Aɡnieszka Radwańska, radváņska, is a Polish professional tennis player. Radwańska achieved a career-high singles ranking of world number 2 in July 2012 and is currently ranked world number 4 by the Women's Tennis Association. Known for constructing points and making intelligent use of the court, she has won 13 career singles titles. Radwańska holds a number of tennis accolades. She is the first Polish player in the Open era to reach the singles final of a Grand Slam, the first Pole to claim a WTA singles title, and the winner of the longest three-set match played at the WTA Tour Championships. In addition, she won the WTA Award for Most Impressive Newcomer in 2006. Radwańska has been voted the WTA's most popular player for 3 consecutive years in polls held by Tennis.com. For her accomplishments in sport and for representing her country with distinction, in 2013 she was awarded the Gold Cross of Merit by Polish President Bronisław Komorowski. Personal life: born in Kraków to Robert and Marta Radwański, Radwańska began playing tennis at the age of 4 after her father introduced her to the sport. Her younger sister, Urszula, is also a tennis player. Radwańska has named Pete Sampras and Martina Hingis as inspirations. In 2009, Radwańska became a WTA ambassador for Habitat for Humanity. She has also studied tourism at universities in Kraków. Radwańska is a practicing Roman Catholic, and she took part in the Polish Catholic campaign Niszczcie unregistered trademarks IR and registered trademark Jezusa. She released a video for the campaign in which she urged her fans to not be ashamed of believing, and arranged her tennis balls so they would read Jesus. In the summer of 2013, she was disqualified from this campaign after posing nude for ESPN magazine's The Body issue. According to Forbes in 2012 she was the 9th highest earning female athlete in the world. Career: 2005 Euro 2006, early years, Radwańska won the junior singles title at Wimbledon in 2005, defeating Tamira Pasek. She went on to win the junior French Open title in 2006 with a victory over Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova. She played her first WTA tournament at the 2006 J&S Cup in Warsaw, defeating Anastasia Miskina in her opening match. She advanced to the quarterfinals, where she lost to Elena Dementieva in 3 sets. At the 2006 Wimbledon Championships, she lost in the 4th round to Kim Clijsters. She went on to drop a second-round match to Tatiana Golovin at the US Open. At the Fortis Championships Luxembourg tournament, Radwańska lost in the semi-finals to Francesca Iavone after defeating former world number 1 Venus Williams in the second round and Dementieva in the quarter-finals. 2007 Euro 2008, first WTA title and breakthrough. Radwańska participated at the 2007 Australian Open, but she was upset by Ana Ivanovic in the second round. At the 2007 Sony Ericsson Open, Radwańska defeated her longtime idol, Martina Hingis, in a 3-set third-round match. She exited in the 4th round following a loss to Tatiana Garbin. In August 2007, Agnieszka Radwańska became the first Polish player in history to claim a WTA Tour singles title, defeating Vera Dushevina in the final of the Nordea Nordic Light Open. She went on to defeat defending champion Maria Sharapova in the 3rd round of the US Open, before losing to Israeli Shahar-Peyo in the 4th round. Radwańska reached the quarterfinals of the 2008 Australian Open, upsetting world number 2 Svetlana Kostova in the 3rd round, then following it up with a defeat of 14th-seeded Nadia Petrova before eventually falling to Daniela Hantuchova. At the Pattaya Women's Open in Thailand, Radwańska won her second WTA singles title, beating Jill Craibers in the final. At the Qatar Ladies Open, Radwańska reached the semi-finals, losing to eventual champion Maria Sharapova. In May 2008, she won the A. Istanbul Cup on red clay with a victory over Elena Dementieva, earning her 3rd WTA title. She then reached a 4th round of the French Open, but was defeated there by 3rd seed and eventual semi-finalist Jelena Jankovic. On grass, Radwańska won the International Women's Open in Eastbourne, defeating Nadia Petrova in the final. At Wimbledon, she defeated Svetlana Kstsova in the fourth round, then lost to Serena Williams in the quarterfinals. At the Olympics in Beijing, Radwańska lost a second-round match to Francesca Iavone. She went on to reach the fourth round of the US Open, losing to Venus Williams. She later went to the 2008 WTA Tour Championships as an alternate and replaced Ana Ivanovic after the latter withdrew. She defeated Svetlana Kstsova in straight sets. Radwańska ended the year as the first Polish woman to surpass $1 million in career prize money, as well as the first to be ranked world number 10. 2009 Euro 2010, Top 10 WTA ranking. Radwańska reached the quarter-finals of the 2009 Medibank International Sydney, losing in 3 sets to eventual champion Elena Dementieva. She was defeated in the first round of the Australian Open by Katerina Bondarenko. At the 2009 BNP Paribas Open, she defeated Samantha Stosur and Alexandra Wozniak en route to the quarter-finals, where she lost to Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova. At the Sony Ericsson Open, she lost a 3-set fourth-round match to Venus Williams. She reached a fourth round of the 2009 French Open, falling in 3 sets to eventual champion Svetlana Kstsova. She and Ursula also reached a quarter-finals in doubles. She went on to reach her second consecutive quarter-final at Wimbledon, falling to Venus Williams. She reached her first semi-final of the 2009 season in Tokyo, where she fell in 3 sets to eventual champion Maria Sharapova. She reached her first final of the year in China, losing in straight sets to Svetlana Kstsova. Radwańska and her doubles partner Maria Kirilenko reached the semi-finals of the 2010 Australian Open, losing to the world number 1 pairing of Cara Black and Liesl Huber in 3 sets. In Indian Wells, Radwańska won her 5th straight match against Marion Bartoli, and went on to upset Elena Dementieva in the quarter-finals before losing to Caroline Wozniacki in the semi-finals. Radwańska entered the 2010 Sony Ericsson Open, where she was defeated in the quarter-finals by Venus Williams. At the 2010 Wimbledon Championships, she was defeated in the fourth round by Li Na, whom she had beaten at the same stage the previous year. Radwańska reached the final of the 2010 Mercury Insurance Open, falling to Svetlana Kstsova. Due to a stress fracture in her foot, Radwańska's 2010 season ended at the China Open, where she lost a 3-set match to Angelique Kerber. Radwańska subsequently finished 2010 outside the top 10. 2011, continued success, Radwańska reached the quarter-finals of the Australian Open, losing to eventual champion Kim Clijsters. She went on to reach the fourth round in Indian Wells, where she lost to Victoria Azarenka, and the quarter-finals in Miami, losing to Vera Zvonareva. However, she won the Miami doubles title with Daniela Hantuchova, defeating Nadia Petrova and Liesl Huber. She went on to reach the fourth round of the 2011 French Open, losing to Maria Sharapova. Radwańska suffered her earliest ever exit at Wimbledon, when she was defeated in the second round by Czech qualifier Petra Sitkovska. At the 2011 Mercury Insurance Open, Radwańska advanced to the final and defeated rival Vera Zvonareva in straight sets. With the victory, she earned her first title since winning in Eastbourne in 2008. At the 2011 Rogers Cup in Toronto, she once again defeated Zvonareva in the third round, coming back from a 0-4 deficit in the second set. She went on to lose a 3-set semi-final match against Samantha Stosur. After defeating her sister Ursula in the first round of the US Open, she was upset in the second round by eventual semi-finalist Angelique Kerber. She avenged this loss at the Torrey Pan Pacific Open, defeating Kerber in 3 sets before advancing to the final, where she won her third straight match against Vera Zvonareva, earning her first Premier 5 title. At the 2011 China Open, she defeated Zhang Jie, Sofia Ovidsson, Ana Ivanovic, and Flavia Pennetta in straight sets, before winning a 3-set final against Andrea Petkovic. She qualified for her first season-ending championship at the WTA Championships in Istanbul, taking the 8th spot when Marion Bartoli was unable to win the title in Moscow. Going into the 2011 WTA Tour Championships, Radwańska was labeled by the media as one of the hottest players on tour. She dropped a 3-set opening match to Caroline Wozniacki. She then won her fourth straight match against Vera Zvonova, coming back from a 3-5 deficit in the third set and saving 3 match points. To advance to the semi-finals, she needed to win at least one set against Petra Kvitova, but eventually lost in straight sets. She ended the year ranked 8th with a 46-18 record, and was named WTA Fan Favorite Singles Player. 2012, World Number 2 and first major final. During the first 4 months of 2012, Radwańska won 2 singles titles and amassed a record of 28-5, defeating all opponents but then world number 1 Victoria Azarenka. Following losses to Azarenka in the APA International, the Australian Open, and the Qatar Total Open, she won her first title of the season at the Dubai Tennis Championships, defeating Julia Garg-Paragraph-Rs in straight sets. After advancing to the quarter-finals in Indian Wells, she reached a new ranking of world number 4. Her second title came at the Sony Ericsson Open, where she defeated Venus Williams in the quarter-finals and Marion Bartoli in the semi-finals, advancing to a championship match against Maria Sharapova. Radwańska won the championship without losing a set throughout the tournament. Her fifth loss of the season, and fifth to Azarenka, came in the semi-finals of the Porsche Tennis Grand Prix in Stuttgart. She then entered the Mutua Madrid Open, where she lost to Azarenka in the semi-finals, securing the world number 3 ranking. At the Internazionale BNL d'Italia, she lost her opening round match to Petra Sviatkowska, marking her first loss of the year to someone other than Azarenka. In the final of the Brussels Open, Radwańska defeated Simona Halep in straight sets, winning her third WTA title of the year and 10th in her career. At the French Open, she defeated Venus Williams in the second round, but then fell in the third round to Svetlana Kostova. Radwańska reached her first career Grand Slam final at the 2012 Wimbledon Championships. She defeated Maria Kirilenko in the quarter-finals and Angelique Kerber in the semi-finals, losing the championship match to Serena Williams in 3 sets. By advancing to the final, she became the first Polish player in the Open era to reach the championship round of a Grand Slam singles tournament, and attained a new ranking of world number 2. Radwańska was the flag bearer for Poland in the 2012 Summer Olympics. She lost in the opening round to Julia Garg-Paragraph-Rs. During the summer hardcourt season, Radwańska was twice one match away from becoming the world number 1. She would lose to Li Na on both occasions, in the quarter-finals of the 2012 Rogers Cup and the 2012 Western and Southern Open. Radwańska was defeated in the fourth round of the 2012 US Open by Roberta Vinci. She again reached the final of the Toray Pan-Pacific Open, losing in 3 sets to Nadia Petrova. She exited the China Open following a quarter-final loss to Li Na. Radwańska won her opening round-robin match at the WTA Championships, defeating the defending champion Petra Kvitova in straight sets. She then lost a 3-set match to Maria Sharapova. She advanced to the semi-finals with a victory over Sarah Errani, which marked the longest 3-set match in the history of the tournament, but exited following a loss to Serena Williams. She then defeated Williams in straight sets during an exhibition in Toronto. At the conclusion of the season, Radwańska won WTA awards for Fan Favorite Facebook Profile and Fan Favorite Video, and was again named Fan Favorite Singles Player. 2013, WTA Shot of the Year, Radwańska began her season at the ASB Classic in Auckland, where she defeated Janina Wickmeyer in the final to win the 11th singles title of her career. She won her second straight tournament of 2013 at the APA International, where she defeated Dominika Cibulkova without losing a game. Radwańska reached the quarter-finals of the Australian Open, exiting the tournament following a loss to Li Na. She went on to play the Qatar Total Open where she was eliminated in the semi-finals by then world number 1 Victoria Azarenka, the eventual champion. She also reached the quarter-finals in Dubai, where she lost to Petra Kvitova. In the BNP Paribas Open, she lost in the fourth round to Maria Kirilenko. She then entered the Sony Open as the defending champion. During her quarter-final win against Kirsten Flipkens, Radwańska won a point with a spinning backhand volley, which was voted the shot of the year on the WTA's website. She exited the tournament with a loss to Serena Williams in the semi-finals. After early losses in her clay court season, she advanced to the quarter-finals of the French Open for the first time, where she lost to fifth seed Sara Errani. She beat Li Na in the quarter-finals of Wimbledon 2013 but lost her semi-final match to Sabine Lisicki. She was later awarded the Gold Cross of Merit by Polish President Bronisław Komorowski. Her next tournament was the Bank of the West Classic in Stanford, where she has received a bye into the second round and beat Agnieszka Radwańska for a place in the quarter-finals. She then beat Varvara Lepchenko, as well as Jamie Hampton, losing to Dominika Cibulkova in the final. In September, Radwańska defeated Anastasia Pawliuchenkova to win the KDB Korea Open, her third singles title of 2013. She was eliminated from the WTA Championships in the round-robin stage, exiting with a loss to Angelique Kerber. At the conclusion of the season, Radwańska was voted WTA Fan Favorite Singles Player for the third consecutive year. 2014, First Indian Wells Final, struggles with form. Radwańska began the 2014 season by representing Poland at the Hopman Cup, where she competed alongside her compatriot, Grzegorz Panfil. The pair advanced to the final where Radwańska defeated Eliza Kornet in their singles match. However, she and Panfil lost to Kornet and Jo-Wilfried Tsonga in the deciding mixed doubles match. Following the Hopman Cup, Radwańska failed to defend her title at the APA International in Sydney, losing to Bethany Matk-Sands in the second round. She defeated Victoria Azarenka to reach her first Australian Open semi-final, but lost to Dominika Cibulkova. Radwańska also reached the semi-final of the Qatar Total Open in Doha, losing to eventual champion Simona Halep. She avenged her loss to Simona Halep in the semi-final of the BNP Paribas Open, reaching the final for the first time in her career. Partly due to a knee injury, Radwańska was defeated by Flavia Pennetta. She was in tears while apologizing to the crowd afterward, saying she was unable to run. She then advanced to the quarter-finals in Miami, where she lost in 3 sets to Dominika Cibulkova. In April, Radwańska played in the BNP Paribas Katowice Open, about 47 miles from her hometown in Krakow. Following victories over Kristina Pliskova, Francesca Jarvone, and Yvonne Meyerberger, she lost a 3-set semi-final to Eliza Kornet. Radwańska, who was playing in a WTA Tour event in Poland for the first time in 7 years, stated, "I'm really excited. I still have vivid memories of my first ever WTA main draw event at the premier event in Warsaw in 2006. As a 17-year-old girl, I managed to beat 2004 French Open champion Anastasia Miskina in the first round. I couldn't imagine a better debut. So my tennis career really began in my home country and I'm thankful for this opportunity." She reached the quarter-finals of the Porsche Tennis Grand Prix in Stuttgart and the semi-finals of the WTA Madrid Open, losing both matches to Maria Sharapova. At the Internazionale d'Italia in Rome, she lost in the quarter-finals to Jelena Jankovic. Following early exits in the French Open and the Aegon International, she advanced to the fourth round of Wimbledon with wins over Andrea Michu, Casey Dell'Equa, and Michelle Larcher de Brito. But lost in the fourth round to Ekaterina Makarova. Fed Cup participation. From 2006 to present, Radwańska has participated in Fed Cup without missing a single tournament. All in all, she has played a total of 48 Fed Cup matches with 41 wins and 7 losses. For her achievements she was presented with 2 Fed Cup Heart Awards. A Euro I think it a Euro unregistered trademark S great to play Fed Cup, said Radwańska. A Euro unregistered trademark they've been playing for the last couple of years and I really think it helped my team to go up and, you know, a Euro unregistered trademark I'm very happy about it and a Euro unregistered trademark I'm always ready to play. As member of Poland Fed Cup team, Radwańska participated in 2014 Fed Cup World Group Playoffs. In Barcelona she led Poland to a 3-2 win over Spain, which allowed Poland to advance to 2015 Fed Cup World Group for the first time in over 20 years. Rivalries: Radwańska vs Zvonova. Radwańska has a rivalry with Russian player Vera Zvonova, which began in 2007. Radwańska leads the series for a Euro 2. Throughout their meetings, Radwańska has proven able to match Zvonova's pace and movements around the court. Zvonova is considered the more powerful of the two, while Radwańska has been noted as more focused at times, utilizing what Sports Illustrated's Courtney Nguyen dubbed selective aggression during the pair's 2011 matches. Their first match occurred during the 2007 Kremlin Cup, with Zvonova winning in straight sets. The two did not play again until the 2011 season, when Radwańska won 4 of their 5 matches a Euro, including the finals of the Mercury Insurance Open and the Pan Pacific Open. Their final meeting of 2011 was an acclaimed match at the WTA Championships. Trailing 3-5 in the third set, Radwańska saved 3 match points and went on to win in 3 sets. The victory marked her 4th straight win against Zvonova, whom she described as very consistent and always tough to beat. Radwańska vs Lee. Radwańska and Lee now first played in 2009. Lee leads the series 6-5. Radwańska has won the majority of their matches on grass and they're only meeting on clay. Lee leads the rivalry on hard courts. After their first 4 matches in 2009 and 2010, the head-to-head was even at 2-2. This included a victory each at the Wimbledon Championships. Radwańska winning in 2009 and Lee in 2010. In 2012 Radwańska and Lee met 4 times, with Lee taking 3 victories. Lee lost their meeting in the Stuttgart quarter-final in 3 sets, but dominated in Montreux, Copyright Cincinnati and Beijing. Lee prevented Radwańska from taking the world number 1 ranking off the incumbent Victoria Azarenka. In 2013 both won the first tournament they entered. They were both undefeated when they met each other in the semi-finals of their second tournament of the year at Sydney. Radwańska beat Lee and eventually won the tournament. At the 2013 Australian Open, Lee became the first player to defeat Radwańska that season, with a victory in the quarter-finals. That same year they met again at Wimbledon in the quarter-finals, with Radwańska winning in 3 sets. Radwańska vs Ivanovic. Radwańska and Ana Ivanovic had their first professional meeting in 2006. Radwańska leads the series 7-3. The majority of their matches have been played on hard courts. Radwańska leads their matchups on clay. Playing style and equipment. In 2012, Tom Perrotta of the Wall Street Journal called Radwańska the most tactically sound, subtle tennis player in the world. Radwańska's game is founded on variety, mobility, and a tendency to anticipate her opponent's actions. She often uses this style to construct rallies seguro, either opening the court up for a winner, or prompting a surprised opponent to hit a misplaced return. Her primary weapons include a mixture of slices and lobs, along with her ability to hit the ball at a variety of angles. She also makes use of a disguised drop shot, often swung with the same motion as a normal stroke during a rally. She is also noted for her crouching shots, during which she quickly drops in place to return or redirect a low ball, along with her use of an overhead backhand while on defense. One of Radwańska's main weaknesses is her lack of power in her serve and return. Her serve, especially her second serve, is generally slow and vulnerable to attack. Her shots sometimes lack penetration in the court, posing little threat to power hitters. "I don't think I can ever serve 200 km/h, it's just not my body," Radwańska said. "I have to do something else. I was just born to play like this. I have so many ideas. In your mind it's like, okay, I go down the line, then cross-court, maybe drop shot. But you have just 1 second, or even not 1 second, it just has to be automatic." Radwańska merely exhales when she strikes the ball, rather than loudly grunting like many of her peers. She bounces the ball no more than 4 times before serving. She says she can play with any racket and likes to use one for an entire match, unlike most players, who routinely grab frames with fresh strings. Tennis commentators, including former pro Wojciech Wybek, have compared her playing style to that of Martina Hingis, with Wybek describing her as a natural mover who understands the geometry of the court. Radwańska has cited Hingis as an inspiration. She and Hingis had their lone career meeting in 2007, with Radwańska winning in 3 sets. Radwańska uses Babolat Pure Drive light rackets, and is sponsored by Lotto Apparel. Coaches: in 2011, Radwańska began working with Fed Cup coach Tomasz Wiktorowski, who replaced her father. Bonner Bajkic, a veteran coach on the WTA Tour, briefly joined them in 2012. Sponsors: after years of expressing her love for the American restaurant chain aɡ̏ɲɛsäka, Radwańska became the Cheesecake Factory Euro unregistered trademark's first sports endorsement. Radwańska began to wear the Cheesecake Factory Euro unregistered trademark's logo on her visor at the start of the 2014 BNP Paribas Open. Additionally, she will continue to wear the company logo during all of her matches played in the U.S. On January 1, 2014, Radwańska became a global ambassador for the luxury watch manufacturer Rado. She signed a 3-year deal with the watch company, becoming the 3rd tennis player to join Rado after Julia Georges and Andy Murray. The deal will see her wear the Rado Hyperchrome automatic chronograph in white high-tech ceramic, described by Rado as a sporty yet elegant watch, a perfect match for the player known for her stylish play on court and her glamorous appearance off court. Radwańska also has a partnership agreement with Lexus. As a result of this sponsorship, Lexus logo appears on aɡ̏ɲɛsäka Euro unregistered trademark's court dress in all the Grand Slam tournaments, the Masters tournament, and in selected tournaments rank Premier and Premier Mandatory. Additionally, Radwańska is currently driving the latest Lexus model, LS flagship limousine. Radwańska also has sponsorship agreements with Babolat, Lotto Sport Italia, Bank, Amica, Daily Play. Career statistics. Grand Slam Finals, Singles, 1, Singles Performance Timeline, Key, 1 Tournament. Or reached Final. Semi-Final. Quarter-Final. Round 4, 3, 2, 1. Competed at a round-robin stage. Lost in qualification round. Absent from tournament event. Played in a Davis Cup zonal group or playoff. Won a bronze, silver or gold medal at the Olympics. A downgraded Masters Series/1000 tournament. Or a tournament that was not held in a given year. To avoid confusion and double counting, these charts are updated either at the conclusion of a tournament, or when the player's participation in the tournament has ended. Doubles Performance Timeline, Awards.